Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Roger, and I wanted to stop in and say hi. Obviously, this isn't my normal format of reaching out to you, but I think that everybody that is watching this is fully aware that what we thought was normal just a few days ago is no longer the case, and we're not really sure on when that might be coming back. And so while I would really like to be with you in person and just talking over a cup of coffee, I'm thankful for this form of communication because it gives me the opportunity to come to your computer this afternoon and to let you know about a couple announcements that are important about Miller Christian Church and Burr Oak Church on where we're going to go into at least this Sunday and possibly the near future, and really to do our very best and to minimize the effects of the COVID-19 virus. And then also maybe I can give you just a quick plan of where we're going to go from here. I don't want to miss either the opportunity for you because there's a way you can help the gospel as well, even in these times, even if we're not going to be in the church building itself. But we can still keep the gospel going strong in our families with this type of internet connection and really use it as well to try to reach out to others who are most certainly in need of the good news of Jesus Christ in these times of unknown days ahead. And so first of all, I need to announce that there is not going to be any physical worship this Sunday, March 22nd, at either one of the churches. And what the leaders are planning on doing is to go again, begin an assessment of way things look next Monday or Tuesday, sometime at the beginning of the week, because things have been changing so rapidly. We're just not really sure on what tomorrow might bring. Sometimes even we don't even know what this afternoon will. And so no church this Sunday, and we'll assess it at the beginning of next week. And I'll tell you what, I'm thankful for that for two reasons. One is that every government, whether it's local, state, or federal, is really advising everyone not to meet in groups larger than 10. And really the CDC is even saying they would prefer that if you didn't meet with anybody, if at all possible, you could just stay home. And so when the government is talking those kind of ways, our responsibility as Christians is to obey. Romans chapter 13, verse number 1 says clearly, obey the government, for God is the one who has put it there. And so I believe it's in times like this, it's hugely important when the world is watching the world on how each other reacts to this, whether in fear or panic or any kind of things like that. What the church, I would like to have our view of how when people looking at us is that we're being obedient and we're being confident of what lies ahead. And so one of the ways to do that is just to say, okay, what the government says right now is what we're going to do. We're not going to meet on this Sunday. Secondly, there's no clear understanding yet of when the virus is communicable. There's even some folks of the authorities believe that it can spread person to person even before there's any symptoms shown whatsoever. And so if that is the case, and we'll find out that as the days come, if that is the case, it would be hugely irresponsible for us to get together as a church family and just basically rolling the dice, hoping nobody gets sick. And so we're not going to do that. Again, we're going to miss church at least this Sunday and assess it. But in the meantime, we're going to do our best to still keep our worship together in the fashion that we're using right now, and that's we're going to have online services, we believe, starting Sunday. And I will update you as soon as possible the times and when all that's going to be available. But right now we're planning on using YouTube capabilities because we think that will give us the most flexibility to reach out to anyone who has internet and really whatever platform they prefer. So I mentioned that you can help. And that's true. And this is an important part of it because I often hear folks say that, well, I'm not really a social media type person and I'm not really adept at the internet and I don't like texting, I don't want to do Facebook, all those kind of things. And normally that's okay, but this is a different time. And I was wondering if you would all just be part of this movement of Burr Oak and Miller where we can reach out to other people who are, or maybe they just don't know how to use things, the internet or Facebook or whatever. But if you do, if you're watching this, then you do know how to use those things. And so this would be a great time for you to be part of the gospel movement and just to help people talk them through on how to hook up a Facebook page or maybe even catch a link with this message. Because really from this link of this video that I'm sharing right now, We could use it on Facebook, Messenger, and even text message it. And that's exactly how we're going to do church on Sunday. And so we're hoping to catch everybody in our church family, but we need your help to do so. So if you can think of someone who might not be here on Facebook or wherever we end up putting this out and will miss Sunday because of it, would you consider helping them find a way to find us? Start today by sharing this as a practice run, just like I'm doing. This is kind of a practice for me. And so if we can get this moving, maybe it would be the easiest way to invite others to not just Facebook, but even to the gospel of Jesus Christ through our church. So you could do that Facebook Messenger, or you can do it personally, but this is the easiest time ever to invite a friend to church. This is an Invite a Friend Sunday that we're going to start right now. And so with the thousands of internet church services starting this Sunday, let's do that. Let's make the gospel strong and let's make it powerful. Right now, huge numbers of folks are sitting home and they don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, and they're living in fear. And all you'd have to do is send them a link. Help them out by simply giving them a call, send them a link. I believe that God is powerfully at work even through this, and probably precisely even more so reaching people through this, because we are the ones with the gospel. We are the ones with the answer. So folks, 2 Timothy says this: God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. So we're not going to live in fear, and what we're going to do is carry on with the good work, caring for one another, moving in a world by inviting others to know Christ's love through the internet, and doing it all with a sound mind, that is, through wisdom that God has given each and every one of it. So I love you guys. Be wise, be careful, be tuning in here for further updates. Take care.